This is not simply advice. Or marry that person, or do this, or do that. You have to give the best advice for the sake of Allah. Are you doing that? This is the right of the Muslim upon a Muslim. And you have to do that. You have to advise him. Do not go this way, go that way. Do not deal with that and deal with this. Stop doing that and do that the right thing. Are we doing that? وَإِذَا عَطَسْ فَحَمَدَ اللَّهِ فَشَمِّتْهُ. And if he sneezes or she sneezes, with the condition that he or she thanks Allah by saying Alhamdulillah after sneezing, فَشَمِّتْهُ. And tashmit is to tell him يَرْحَمُكَ اللَّهِ. May Allah grant you mercy, or shower you with mercy, or bestow His mercy upon you. And if he doesn't thank Allah, do not make this dua for him. Do not tell him يَرْحَمُكَ اللَّهِ. Because Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, at what time two men in his presence, both of them sneezes. One of them say Alhamdulillah, and the Prophet Muhammad told him يَرْحَمُكَ اللَّهِ. The other man sneezes, and he did not thank Allah at the first place, and Prophet Muhammad did not make this dua for him. And he did not remind him. And you don't remind him, by the way. This is the sunnah. Because Prophet Muhammad did not remind him, we don't remind him. But if he said Alhamdulillah, you have to tell him Yarhamuk Allah. This is his right. And he, by the way, he has to say Yahdikum Allah wa yaslih balakum. May Allah guide you and fix your mind, your condition, your being. وَإِذَا مَرَضْ فَعُدْهُ. And if he gets sick or she gets sick, visit him. And there is a huge reward in visiting the Muslim brother. And wallah, it's an opportunity. We ask Allah to keep all the Muslims safe and healthy and sound. But subhanAllah, sometimes you hear about this brother is in the hospital, and very few people take advantage and go collect a huge amount of hasanat. The majority, even though they have free time, but they don't go. So you have to hunt for this hasanat through serving your brothers and sisters in Islam, because you need them one day. A very heavy day, long day is come, or is coming. It's called the day of judgment, and we need every single hasanat, and it's time to collect them. وَإِذَا مَاتْ فَاتْبَعْهُ. And he dies or she dies, be part of his or her funeral. A Muslim, we're talking about the Muslim upon a Muslim. This is the right of the Muslim upon a Muslim. If a non-Muslim dies, we cannot go. Because Prophet Muhammad didn't go in the funeral of non-Muslim. You have to, but if a group does that, Alhamdulillah, the majority is not sinners. But if nobody shroud, wash and pray upon the dead Muslim and bury him or bury her, all of us be sinners. But if a group does it, Alhamdulillah. But if you do it, you will get two huge mountains of hasanat. The first mountain, when you pray upon the dead person, the dead Muslim. And the second mountain, when you attend the burial process. And regarding the very first haqq, the very first right of the Muslim, the haqq of salam, the greeting. إِذَا لَقَيْتَهْ فَسَلِّمْ عَلَيْهِ. If you meet your Muslim brother, and if you stop, you get more reward than him. This is the competition. And we need this point. Even though we will enter Jannah with the mercy of Allah, but we need to collect points to be granted the ticket. There is a beautiful hadith what the Prophet Muhammad said, لن تدخلوا الجنة حتى تؤمنوا ولن تؤمنوا حتى تحابوا وتحابوا حتى تحابوا ألا أدلكم بشيء فعلتموه تحاببتم أفشوا السلام بينكم. Prophet Muhammad was telling the Sahaba and through them all the Ummah, you won't enter Jannah. Why? How come? Until you become believers. And you won't become believers until you love one another. Shall I tell you something? If you do, you will enter Jannah and you will love each other. Of course. Spread salam alaikum among each other. Spread salam alaikum among each other. And by the way, salam is one of the names of Allah. So we better spread it on earth. So salam is important. When you meet your brother, say assalamu alaikum. And if you say, if it's a group of 10 people, do not say assalamu alaikum to 2 people, because they are the richest in that group, or the most respected. I don't know what any criterion that person has in his mind. Say assalamu alaikum to everybody. To everybody, young and old. And the old should say assalamu alaikum to the young should say assalamu alaikum to the old. And one person should say assalamu alaikum to the group. And the walking person should say assalamu alaikum to the sitting person or group. But if this doesn't take place, it's fine that the opposite behaves assalamu alaikum. The older to the younger. Because you need points, you need hasanat. And it's the right of a Muslim upon his Muslim brother. And by the way, giving assalamu alaikum is optional, responded is an obligation. Otherwise the person will be in big trouble. It's a huge major sin. أقول ما تسمعون أستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله محمد بن عبد الله صلى الله عليه وسلم على آله وصحبه ومن والاه. أما بعد, the Prophet Muhammad is saying in this hadith, كل المسلم على المسلم حرام دمه وماله وعرضه. Everything on a Muslim towards another Muslim is haram. His blood, his life, his blood, his wealth, and his honor. No way that a Muslim, a true Muslim, can mess with other Muslims. No way. Without right. Because there is other situations where the Sharia of Allah gives, because Allah is the most just, and He gives right to people through the legal channels. But with no right, when everything is fine, no way can a true Muslim mess with the honor of the Muslim, the blood of the Muslim, and the wealth of the Muslim. المسلم من سلم الناس من بيده ولسانه. You have to keep the Muslim away from the evil. We have to keep the Muslim away from the evil of our tongues and the evil of our hands. And the non-Muslims as well. But it's more emphasized for the Muslims. Because those are the people who are worshipping Allah day and night. And making shukr. And making sujood. And ruku'. And establishing tawheed on earth. So this is the most valuable group on earth. The most valuable individuals are the Muslims. Even though non-Muslims have rights upon Muslims as well. But the emphasis is on the Muslims, since they are the ones who are establishing the deen of Allah on this earth as much as they can. So, dear brothers and sisters, before we conclude this khutbah, there is a beautiful hadith where the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ is saying that, shall I tell you about something which is better than prayer and fasting and giving sadaqah? By the way, not better than the obligatory prayer, and not better than the Ramadan, and not better than zakat al-mal or zakat al-fitr, but it's better than the extra nafila, the extra prayer, extra fasting, and extra charity, not the obligatory one. What's that which is better than these three? To reconcile or reconcile between the brothers and the Muslim brothers and sisters. If you do that, it's better than fasting. Extra fast or fasting. It's better than giving extra charity, and it's better than praying extra prayers other than the obligatory one. So if you do that, and there are many Muslims are fighting against each other. The mom with the son, the daughter with the father, the brother with the brother, and sometimes for a piece of land, maybe in this huge earth, a huge universe. And we know how much the whole universe costs. We know the value. As Muslims, we know the value. How much does the whole dunya cost? It doesn't cost more than a wing of mosquitoes. The whole universe, wherever it has gold and diamonds and humans and materials, it does not cost a wing of mosquitoes. No, the wing of the mosquitoes is more valuable than that. It costs less than the wing of mosquitoes. And this is true. Statement by Allah and His Prophet. Are we fighting and focus each other for less than the wing of the mosquitoes? Actually, it's a part of that less. So may Allah guide us and make us brothers inshallah for His sake. اللهم اهدنا فيمن هديت وعافنا فيمن عافيت وتب علينا واغفر لنا